most folding e-bikes forces you to compromise. You either get something compact but uncomfortable, or comfortable but heavy and difficult to transport. But this bike caught our attention because it is compact and comfortable. This is the Dukawey T20 Pro. It's a folding e-bike with a step-through frame, claimed range of up to 160 kilometers, hydraulic brakes, and something we have never seen before in this price range. Over the past few days, we have been riding it around the Netherlands to see if it's actually worth considering. Today is a very special day, not because we have the new Dukawey bike, but because it's Myra's birthday and she gets this bike as a present. And Myra is also 8.5 months pregnant.
Too many months pregnant.
So we're gonna see how this bike fits
No,
here.
I really think I didn't try it yet because I really wanted to keep the first surprise, like the first emotions for the first try. But I'm really curious because I think it's perfect. Because with the other bikes we have, you have to step on, and that's not really the best thing if you're pregnant. But this one looks really promising. So there's something I should take into consideration before I. Oh, that went already really quick.
Yeah.
Like so.
Is it on already?
Whew. No, everything is black, so probably not.
So you have to turn on the screen.
Oh, cool screen, eh? Whoa, that is the coolest screen we've ever seen. Really cool, eh? It looks like
really
a little
bright.
computer. So it's on the 4th gear. Should I just go?
Wait, but you have to make the assist here.
Oh.
1, 2,
Yeah.
something like that.
Really cool. So I just do 1 eco, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really nice. Oh, wow. On the 1st gear it's already it goes really smooth. It goes really easy.
It's good for pregnant women.
Yeah. Shoo. Oh, I really like it that you're sitting a bit straight. With a lot of bikes you're leaning forward, and that's fine if you're a bit more active state. But this is perfect.
You can also make it straighter. You can increase the height of the handlebar.
It's not on this top.
No.
Oh.
If you do like this, and you
Okay.
can bring it a little bit up.
This is the max then, I think. Oh wow, so high.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool. We are tall, 180, and sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times bikes are just enough, like for our height. But this one, I think, yeah, it's good then.
So we go for dinner?
Oh yeah, that's what we also had to do. Cool, we go for a little adventure.
And you know where you're gonna put your bag?
Yeah, I hope it stays there. Oh, kijk, perfect. Ah, I really think it's stable. Oh, I'm really enjoying it. It's really the first time in months that I can cycle a beetje comfortable. The other ones are also like this, and then your belly is like... It's sitting really straight, right?
Yeah.
I'm going 16 km per hour on the eco. I'm still an eco, but it's really already supportive in a good way. Some bikes they feel a bit uncontrollable, but this one feels really good. Now let's go to 2, normal. Then Adi has to pedal a bit harder. Yeah, perfect. And the screen is really cool. It is actually quite windy, but you don't notice at all. Like you feel it in your face, of course, but not. It's not really tough. Oh, there's some couch coming on my way. Everything can happen here.
While Myra was enjoying the ride, one thing we both noticed was how smooth and natural the bike feels. The T20 Pro comes with a special motor. The motor has cadence sensor and a torque sensor. You can switch between them depending on the type of ride you prefer. With the cadence sensor, the motor kicks in as soon as you start pedaling, making the ride feel effortless and relaxed. The torque sensor is a bit smarter. It responds to how hard you are pushing on the pedals and gives you assistance accordingly, creating a more natural riding experience that feels closer to a regular bicycle.
We just had dinner, so my belly felt even more bigger than it already is. And you can really sit like this. Oh, that's so chill. And I also had it on I first had it on just 1 eco, and now when I went back, I had it on 2. And oh, that's also really perfect.
So after Myra has done her initial test, I'm gonna show you or give a little tour of the Dukawey T20 Pro. In the front you see this basket, which is super handy and it's also really sturdy. The only thing is that if I'm turning my handlebar like this, that wheels, everything rotates, but the basket doesn't, so that takes a bit of getting used to. And I think on their website you can buy additional of this basket and you can put it in the back, so then you have two storage space. And of course in the front you have this light. It also has a backlight, and we didn't know that even if the lights are not on from here, every time you brake, the brake light turns on, so which is really handy, especially when it's rainy or when you're riding in the city. It's super cool. And it has this super thick tires. I'm gonna check how much it is. It is 20 into 3, so I think 3 inches by 20, the diameter. And it is really handy because if we are driving on a rough terrain like these rocks, I can show you later, it just absorbs the suspension so much. And you can also see that because Myra is pregnant now, because of these thick tires and the front suspension, that also makes the whole ride really comfortable for her, because she cannot go on our regular bikes because it doesn't have any suspension, the tires are quite thin, and it also doesn't really feel that safe. And let's move to the handlebars here. Best thing what you can do with this handlebar, especially for me, is that you can even bring this handle until this max height. It almost feels like you're riding those Harley Davidson bikes. And for me, I would put it somewhere here. Of course, you can fold the handlebars as well. And here you can see we have the Shimano 7-speed shifters, which is just a regular what you would find on any other e-bike. We have the brakes, and there is also a little panel here with all the keys. There's on and off, there is a button to turn on and off the light. There is a horn as well, which is really handy. I have experienced a lot of times when I'm going on my race bike, there are a lot of people, especially couples, older couples. I might get a lot of hate for that, but they're just riding next to each other. They also have this mirror. They're going like 16-17 kilometers an hour and they're just riding next to each other. They have no awareness of there's someone behind them or not. So that's when this would be really handy. And of course, the highlight of the cockpit here, we have a big display. It is now super sunny, super bright. I can see the display really easily. So that was the handlebars. After that, you have the main body. I love this color. They have this red, they have a green, we have the other bike which is green, and they have black. We really love colors, so I think a red and green are really pretty. So if you're considering of buying a T20 Pro, really consider red or green. And then we have the battery. The range of the battery, especially in eco mode, they say on their website is 160 kilometers. So if someone says 160 kilometers in the ideal scenario, in the real life, I am sure it would go above 100, which is quite a lot. Now we have ridden, I think, 40 kilometers and not even one bar is down, because we are also using in eco mode, because in Netherlands it's all flat. Sometimes it can get windy, but other than that, it's really crazy. That's what you get when you have this big battery. The only thing what I think could have been better was the cover for these chains, because a lot of times they get dirty, they get rusty over time. So it would have been nice to have a cover on this chain just for a bit more durability of this bike. But other than that, the build quality is really good. And you can already feel it when you're riding the bike. Since last week, we have been riding it out and it just feels really nice. So maybe let's take you for another ride and then I can show you or talk to you about the ride quality. So we are going to be starting the ride. I am putting it in the eco mode. And the good part is, even if you are on the highest gear, and you know, like how when you are on the highest gear and then you have to start the bike, and then it's so difficult to push it, and then you have to change the gear and the whole thing gets messed up. Here it's not the case. As soon as you start the bike, and if the bike feels that you're pushing too hard, it pushes itself for you. So I'm on the highest gear and now it's pushing itself for me to get started. I don't have to do anything, and now the push becomes really mild. So even if I'm in the eco mode, I am riding at 18 kilometers an hour and I am kind of doing a little bit of work So it doesn't really feel like the bike is doing all the job, and you still get that cycling, you still get the cycling fun, that you are doing a little bit of job and that bike is giving you maybe 50% of the push. But that's not the story when you switch to the second mode. So when I'm in the normal mode, then the push is a little bit more, but it still feels like you are getting a constant support rather than something just pushing you abruptly, then slowing down, then pushing you abruptly, then slowing down. And now we have a little uphill here. I know in the Netherlands the uphills are not that much, but we have a 2-3% of uphill just over there. If I close my eyes, I wouldn't know that I'm going uphill, because the push what I did on the flat surface is that it's the exact same push what I'm doing now, which is really, really crazy. Now maybe we can try the suspension test. So I hope my camera still clamps to the bike, and here we go. So here we are riding on a rough surface. It feels really secure, and I'm not afraid of the tire to go in between the rocks. The front suspension is doing its job. It is a little bit bumpy on the seat, but yeah, this is not something what you would be riding on daily basis. But let me try on the gray rock and then see. Can also go here. So obviously it's not a mountain bike, so you cannot go on a trail cycling. But if you go a little bit off-road, it's really fine and it's really controlled. And because of the thick tires, I'm not afraid that it's gonna fall in between the rocks. That was a suspension test, and yeah, the brakes are super, super solid. And all of these things, they just make me ride this more and more and have more trust in the bike, because that is the most important, especially when you are getting older and when you start having children. Then safety is the number one priority. So yes, that brings me to the end of the review of the Dukawey T20 Pro, and we are really, really impressed with this bike. And I'm really surprised that even in Myra's last weeks of pregnancy, she can still cycle, and it's pretty chill because she can just cruise at 25 kilometers per hour without spending much energy and with feeling super safe. That was it for the review. We have a special discount code for you guys. So yeah, you can check it out in the description. If you buy it from our link, you get a discount with the T20 Pro. And yes, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, give a like, and we'll see you in the next one.